That I got a couple of days ago from one of my clients, and I've also gotten this question online. And the question is, my baby can walk up a flight of stairs holding on to the handrails, no problem, but she's very afraid to walk down. The first thing is, walking down is a lot more challenging than walking up. And so give yourself some grace, give your baby some grace, and you shouldn't expect this activity to happen until your baby is well over 3 years old. Sometimes some kids don't start walking down a flight of stairs until they're like 3.5, 4 years old. So that's the first thing. Now, I'm going to give you guys a couple of tips that I've picked up along the way of practicing with hundreds of kids throughout my career as a pediatric physical therapist, teaching kids how to walk up and down stairs. And I'm also going to give you a couple of safety precautions that I want you to pay attention to. All right. If you're new to the channel, my name is Charik Gordon. I've been a pediatric physical therapist for well over 25 years. I show proactive parents like you how to use simple touch and movement to help your baby catch up and move ahead. So let's get into today's topic, which is helping your baby, or teaching your baby rather, how to walk down a flight of stairs while holding on to the handrails or holding on to the spindles. This is part 5 of like a series that I've done about crawling upstairs, crawling downstairs, walking up and down with handheld support from a parent, and then now walking up using the handrail, and today walking down using a handrail. Like I said before, walking up is easier than walking down. It might seem like that's kind of backwards, but it is a much more daunting task for a baby to control their muscles in an eccentric manner, which means the muscle is elongating, and be able to do that consistently walking down the stairs. It's much easier for them to climb upstairs. So how would you do this? I like to encourage parents to approach the stairs when they're teaching a baby to walk downstairs. Start at the bottom. Put baby's favorite toy down on the ground, and then cue baby to stand. You can do a little bit of practice with baby where you are holding baby's hands, bring baby to the edge of the stairs, and you can shift baby's weight to where the leg that you want to lead with is closer to the next step, and then shift baby in the opposite direction to get baby to come down. When it comes to standing and having baby hold on to the handrails for support, this is the way I would encourage you to do that. Let me move this so that you can see the stairs, see the spindles. If you put baby to stand with her feet close to each other and put baby to where she is standing up, holding on to the handrails like this. You can put her hands on the handrail and just support her. Give her a little bit of downward pressure with my right hand. That will cause her right leg to straighten and actually bear her weight on that leg. And this left leg will now be easier for her to lift this left leg up and bring it down. Here's the thing. As you are coming down with your baby, you can take your hand and put your hand under baby's foot and tell baby, reach down, reach down, reach for mommy's hand, reach for mommy's hand, and use that method to cue baby to bring that leg that is closer, bring that foot that is closer to the edge of the step down to the next step. Another thing to keep in mind is when baby is actually making this transition, the leg that is bent, the leg that is up on the other step, is actually still taking all of baby's weight. And so that's an important distinction between going up and coming down. This leg that is up here, as baby is lowering herself down, this is the knee that is bent is the one that's actually doing all of the work. Now, a couple of things you might notice, a couple of things that I've noticed throughout my career. A lot of times you'll have a baby coming down the stairs and you'll find that they kind of, they collapse downward. So I want you to be expecting that and be prepared for it so that if and when it happens, you're kind of not surprised and baby doesn't lose their balance. Again, like I've said in all of my stair training videos, I want you to get into the habit of being in between your baby and the ground. Regardless of whether baby is going up or coming down, I want you to get in the habit of positioning your body to where you can be able to catch your baby if your baby loses her balance. This will give baby an added sense of security because you are physically right there. When you're doing this, I don't want you to have your cup of coffee in your hand and be chatting on your phone and trying to teach your baby how to come down the stairs. Okay? You need to be physically present. A couple of mistakes that I normally see parents doing when they're trying to teach their baby how to come downstairs. I've seen in some instances things like this, where I had a parent trying to teach her baby to come downstairs, and she was standing over baby like this and kind of coming down. That is perhaps the worst possible position you could be in, because if you lose your balance, you are going to fall over onto your baby. First of all, when you're leaning downwards like that, your center of gravity is forward. Your center of gravity is where the lean is. And so you're kind of likely to lose your balance. And if you're holding on to baby's hands and you're leaning forward, now when you lose your balance, and you're going to take baby with you. So I don't want you to do that. That's one of the mistakes that I've seen quite often. Another mistake that I see is parents approaching the baby like this, where they stand, hold baby's hand, and they're walking next to baby. Again, if baby pulls her hand out of your hand and falls downstairs, you're not going to be able to react fast enough to run down, turn around, and be able to catch your baby. So start off slow, start at the bottom. Once baby gets the hang of it, then you can gradually move higher and higher up. So those are a couple of safety techniques that I've picked up along the way and that I want you to practice when you're working on helping your baby to walk down the stairs. Also, once baby is on the stairs, go ahead and get that safety gait, but one at the bottom, one at the top, call it a day, because a lot of babies fall downstairs and are injured. As a matter of fact, there's a statistic that once every 6 minutes, a baby is admitted to the ER in the United States with a stair-related injury. Now, so take care of that and make sure that you're paying attention when your baby is on the stairs, especially when they're first starting to learn how to go up and down a flight of stairs. Like I said, you're going to position baby facing the spindles, have baby hold on, and bring that one leg down. You can encourage baby to reach for your hand with her leg and just guide that leg down. And once baby's bearing her weight on that leg, then baby will bring the other leg down. This technique is what's called a two-step gait pattern, where baby has both feet on the same step. As your baby gets older, your baby will be able to start alternating their steps, going up first. Then as baby masters that, they have the good trunk control and trunk stability, baby will be able to alternate their feet coming down the stairs without holding on to the handrail. Once baby has gotten good with this, facing the handrail and stepping down, then you can encourage baby to face forward, put her hand on the handrail, and hold on to your hand with your other hand. You can walk backwards and cue baby to walk down this way, where you're holding baby's hand, and encourage baby to step down and come down that way while she's holding on to the handrail with that other hand. If you got value from this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Talk to you soon.